Hello everyone and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay. I'm Marius and I'm blind. I can't see and so I make other people play video games. Today again with Vincent. Hello Vincent.
Hello Marius.
Yes, back in Inscription after an amazing cliffhanger a week ago.
You're such a bastard.
Where we are just before the end boss. And oh boy, after waiting a week, am I excited to fight this boss with our highlight card, the Eulogy double pack 1414.
The monster.
Yeah, I want to see if we can put this into play and if we can beat the boss, because there will be only one candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've never played this boss, so we might just get screwed over.
Yeah. Also, so just to describe the symbol, it's the usual face mask, and then there are two knives next to it, and a crown with like a chain hanging from it.
Okay.
Over the head.
This is the super end boss of the game.
I mean, the path leads further behind that.
All right,
so
there's more
we'll
than
see.
3 acts, maybe. Yeah, okay.
But third one. Here we go. We lose one life. We get the smoke, the greater smoke.
Yeah.
A man stood before you, a man you recognized immediately. It was the Trapper.
Oh, is that the guy we buy pelts from?
Yeah?
He's the boss?
You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you.
Oh, scary music.
Sorry, but today you will supply the pelts.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Are those the golden ones? Oh, you monster.
Oh god,
What
I
are
didn't
you
know.
doing?
This humming is kind of cool.
Yeah. And there are a lucky draw. Oh, there's just cards. So he put on the mask, and just like the fisher had hooks hanging,
Yeah.
he has knives. But the knives are not hanging, they are moving up and down behind him, floating.
Ominously. Menacingly. Okay.
Also a slight bit ridiculous, because they're just like they are lines of knives basically. just go down.
Go easy on the
down,
knives,
and
maybe
down.
next time. Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy, I think he's into mechanizing stuff. So he has on the board right now, in position 1, a strange frog,
Okay.
which is a 1/2 that protects from flyers.
Okay.
He's about to play another strange frog,
Okay.
in position 2. Then on the board he has a third strange frog, and finally in position 4, also on the board already, a leaping trap. And that is nothing 1 that has protection from flyers and steel trap. When a card bearing this sigil perishes, the creature opposite it perishes as well.
Ah, okay.
A
So that
pelt
makes sense.
is created in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. And
Huh.
the
I wonder if we keep them after this fight, you know? That
That's
would
a
be
good
kind of
question.
cool.
Yeah. Also, we need to remember right there's a second phase. So who knows? Maybe
I
we
mean, are
need
you
pelts.
sure? I mean, it's a really good guess because they all had second phases, right?
Yeah. Also, he certainly has a second life because the narrator already has 2 candles burning.
I see. Then very likely, yeah. But have they all wiped our board when the second phase starts? I don't think the miner guy did, right?
No, the miner definitely did because he turned
Everything into boulders, that's right.
right. But what
Yeah.
the fisherman do?
Oh,
He,
doesn't he take all your cards? Or no, he
no,
doesn't.
I think
His board
Yeah,
gets
he
replaced.
changes his board.
But
He
yours
turns that into-
doesn't, right? So we can't really make that assumption, but it's sort of
we
good
don't
to
know.
keep in mind.
Yeah.
Maybe not play the Eulogy. I don't know. We don't have it. We only hand, do we?
Yeah. We should.
What's our hand?
We should play the first round slow. I wanted to describe the strange frog because that is.
Yeah.
It looks like a frog made out of machinery.
Ah,
There's
okay.
Just eyes and
Mecha frog.
a mecha frog, basically. Yes.
Why didn't they just call it that?
Because it's a strange frog, and I don't think he's honest in what he's doing.
Okay.
We have in our hand the Greater Smoke, a 1/3 that
Ah.
generates 4 bones for us.
Little bit of help.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Then the Squirrel, a 0/1 that gives us 4 bones. Then the Alpha, a 1/4 that costs 4 bones and buffs. The Stink Bug and the Skink.
All right.
A perfectly reasonable slow hand, I think.
Yeah. Do we play the smoke or do we keep it?
I would.
Can it be sacrificed?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But it also gives bones. It's kind of nice. Or do we have a play without the smoke?
We could use it to kill the leaping trap,
Oh yeah.
because then it will kill the leaping trap and then die itself.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, hey, we
It's just water on the bridge.
yeah.
I mean, we could also ignore the trap.
True.
Just use it as a slot to play squirrels.
But what if we need the pelt in the next round?
Oh, why
I
why
don't
would
know.
you assume that, though? I mean, it's an interesting idea, but nothing has indicated that might be the case.
That is true, but I don't know. It's just I feel like there's a pelt to
I
be
mean,
gained
but
here.
okay, your obsession with pelts is frankly worrying, Vincent. I wasn't going to
Don't
say
look at
this
me.
on the video, but like out of game, Vincent has been talking to me about pelts, and it's
have
it's
not.
getting a bit much. Okay, and look at what you're wearing, Vincent.
You don't even know what I'm wearing. I could be sitting here naked and you wouldn't know.
Actually, you're right. I'm in the same position as the viewers. So, yeah, but I don't know. If you want to, let's do it. I don't like. Why not? We get rid of the trap. It's nasty. Why not get rid of it? Then what else do we play?
Good question.
The bones card.
So we can play the squirrel and sacrifice it for the skink, and then we can play either the alpha or the stink bug. The stink bug would negate a strange frog basically and kill it slowly, which is quite good, I think.
Let's do it.
Okay, so squirrel,
And then just draw cards.
and then skink. Do we want the skink to block a strange frog and attack a strange frog, which will ultimately kill it, I think? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Do we want to attack face or the strange frog?
Does it kill the strange frog?
No.
Face. I see face.
Okay. And
It's his problem now.
then we have the stink bug, which I'm gonna put there, I guess. And we are missing one bone for the alpha, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And then we end.
Okay. We'll get bones.
And we get a pelt, a wolf pelt,
All right.
and we dealt 1 damage.
I mean, I think your idea that in the second phase we're gonna need to play a lot of pelts is a very good one. I think you might be right,
Maybe.
but there's no guarantee. We don't know yet.
That noise. It's just.
Is him using his knives or something?
I think so, yeah.
He's skinning something. Oh, that's a nasty sound.
Man, this is great sound design. So he plays strange frog, and that is attacking our skink, and that one is moving to the side and leaving a wriggling tail behind.
Right.
And okay, so we have 3 creatures on the board,
Yeah. Draw a card.
and hope for Eulogy. No, we got an elk fawn, which is not terrible, I think.
But we don't have. Do we have a spot to play?
Yeah, we have 1 open.
Can you play the elk phone?
Yeah.
Does that take sacrifice?
We can either sacrifice one of the cards on the board, or we could potentially play a
Just a bones card?
pelt.
Yeah, but a pelt does nothing. And don't we want to keep it on the hand for potential phase stuff?
That's true. Yeah.
So can we play a bones card?
We can play the alpha, which will buff this only the skink, sadly.
Can you play it somehow next to the tail so the tail gets attacked?
No, sadly
Yeah,
no.
okay.
But because of that, the skink will not die, but rather kill the strange frog.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that. And the alpha is a 1/4, so it will slowly actually
Sure.
kill. So he's about to play a bullfrog, which is a 1/2 that protects from prize.
He likes his frogs.
Yeah, also they're very weak, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't trust this guy.
Not yet. Okay, killed 1. Oh, the frogs leave behind leaping traps.
Ah!
That is good to know.
Okay.
So our stink bug killed one of the frogs and is now facing a trap, so our stink bug is about to be killed.
Haha, I see.
Um,
But maybe we get a pelt.
and the skink is also about to die to a trap.
Yeah.
But overall, it's pretty good, I think.
Nothing we can do about this. But maybe like we should push face a little bit with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he has 4 cards, 4 creatures on the board, right?
Sure.
But yeah,
But if
card
we
or
can.
scroll?
I feel like card. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a very slow phase of the game, so we
Yeah.
should get more cards. We got the Long Elk.
That's a good card.
Yeah.
Do we need to play anything?
We take. Wait. We are +2, I think. So we dealt 2 damage, and he's about to deal us 1, and the stink bug dies, and the skink dies.
Mm-hmm. But
And
the traps also go away.
yeah,
Yeah, that just needs to happen, I think.
yeah. I think overall this is a fine board state, and
We have
Um,
options.
if this board state continues, it will just play out in a way where it's equal.
Okay.
So eventually we would have a 1/1 alpha, and he would have a 1/2 strange rock, and they would each deal 1 damage to our faces, and
Sure.
nothing happens. So just end the turn, I
Yeah.
guess. Hello, Pelt. A wolf pelt.
Nice.
Hello, Pelt. A wolf pelt.
What's the maximum number of cards you can hold?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so he's finally playing something real. He's about to try to play an elk, but there's a bullfrog in the way,
Okay.
which our alpha will kill though. So next turn, we will kill the bullfrog, and then he plays the elk and kills our alpha.
Right.
And then we have an empty board.
I think. Can we play a card?
We can play anything we want except the elk fawn, unless we sacrifice the alpha, I guess.
You could get a squirrel.
Yeah.
You know, haven't done that in a while. Play it and play the elk fawn.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, the scroll gives us bones.
True. We have a ton of bones, so
Yeah, but we also have lots of bones cards. Remember, there's the
Yeah.
an 8 bone card in the deck.
that is very true. We also have the long elk in hand that needs 4 bones,
Mm-hmm.
which we could play. So where do we want to place it so it doesn't die? I think we want to place it in front of the strange frog. I hope so. I hope I'm doing this correctly. At the end of the owner's turn, a card being this sigil will move in the direction inscribed. Okay, so yeah, I put it in front of the strange frog, so at the end of our turn it will move away from. Okay, should work. I hope. And
Excellent.
Let's do this. Yeah, perfect. We take 1 damage, our alpha dies, and now elk is facing elk.
I like this elk on elk action.
Wow. This is a child-friendly.
What are you suggesting? They're fighting, right? Their antlers cracking
Sure.
into each
Uh-huh.
other.
All right.
That's all I'm talking about.
Card or scroll?
Card.
Okay, we get Casey,
Ah,
which needs a sacrifice.
okay. Play the elk fawn.
We have a long elk and Casey in hand.
Ah, I mean long elk. Or is there another bones card we can play?
No, we have a ton of pelts, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah, play the long elk, I guess. Right?
I guess the question is...
He doesn't do much face. Or do you want to play for Casey? Somehow.
No, I'm wondering where to place the elk. So the problem is the elks move, right?
Yeah.
And the elks, we don't want to be in a position where the elk attacks our long elk because it will just kill it.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to be in a position where it will hopefully attack the elk first or not get attacked at all. I think we should wait with the long elk.
Okay.
So,
Do we play anything? Do we use an item? Kind of don't need to, right?
Yeah, the health is completely neutral.
Yeah.
So I think we just end the turn there.
Wow, bold move. But I agree. Let's do it.
We deal 1 damage. Okay, well, we took a lot of damage, but so did his elk, and now we can...
Oh dear. How much damage do we take? What are we
We
at?
took 3 damage.
Okay.
So we are at -3, and we can take 1 more, and then we die.
Yeah. Let's do something this turn.
Uh-huh.
So right now, can we get to a place where we don't lose? Yes, because we could hit the hourglass. But if we don't do that,
Right. We can play the long elk, and then if we can sacrifice a wolf pelt for Casey, or really anything for Casey, I think we're fine.
I don't think you can sacrifice pelts.
We might not, but if we get a...
You definitely can't. You definitely cannot. Like, we've tried this.
Sure, if you say that, I don't remember.
I guarantee it.
Okay. So...
But it's Casey needs a sacrifice.
Right.
But we can get a scroll.
Exactly.
That's
And
not
if
a
we
big deal.
play Casey the way it is set up right now, our elk will attack his elk,
Yeah.
which will kill it. But if we play Casey next to our elk,
Yeah.
his elk will be, instead of a 2-2 that will die perfectly to our 2-4 elk,
Yeah.
it will be a 2-1. And behind his elk is an adder, which is a 1-1 with death touch.
Ah.
So Casey will kill the strange frog, damage the elk even further, and then our elk will kill his elk and the adder.
That's good.
I like that.
But is there anything else then where we take damage?
No.
Okay. Can we play any other card to hit his face?
Sure, the long elk, if we want to.
Yeah, just to even the odds a little bit, right? Chip damage.
Sure, I think we're fine, but yeah, sure.
Well, we're at -3. We're not fine, Vincent.
Yeah, he's not about to play anything, we're fine.
Yeah, but
We're
we
about
do have to eventually win.
Yeah, sure, if you want to, I guess.
Did we already draw? No, we're gonna draw a squirrel, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so squirrel,
Yeah, I like this.
put it there.
Bless you.
Ah, thank you. Okay, put Casey there. And we play the long elk, I don't know, there I guess. And now we have only pelts.
Yeah, we need to draw some cards.
And win the turn, deal 1 damage, and clear the board, except for the leaping trap. And that's fine, because our long elk will kill the trap, I guess. And
Is
then
he in
die.
front of it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nothing we can do about that.
No.
Draw a card?
Card or scroll?
Card, I'd say. We have now no minions on our hand.
Okay. Stunted wolf, 2/2.
Yeah, he's fine. Does he take bones or sacrifice?
1 sacrifice.
Okay.
And we end the turn, and
Yeah, I guess.
we'll deal 4 damage.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Get another pelt.
I hope these are useful.
I hope so too.
That would be cool.
And he's about to play an adder, but we can just, if we end the turn here, I think we win.
Okay, just draw another card.
Yeah. The pack rat, a 2/2 with flying.
Okay.
Also means we can finally use an item without worrying.
It's true. If we get to play the rat.
Yeah. And our bones are piling up. We have so many.
Cool.
So many.
Yeah.
And we end the turn. Bam, bam, bam. 4 damage. And you die. Exquisite pelts, but the cycle must continue. He takes off his mask and flips it around so it's upside down.
Ah.
And oh my god. And now he says, let's trade. Powerful cards. I will accept only the finest pelts for them. Okay, so he has filled his entire board, all 8 places, with cards.
Okay.
Trade for what you can, but know this. The rest will stay and fight for me.
Okay. What does he mean, trade?
Remember, these wolf pelts can be traded for creatures.
I understand that, but how is there an interface option for you to like pick his cards or something?
I think we can just click them and then they belong to us.
And he gets one of our pelts.
I assume so, yeah. And we have 5 pelts. We have so many pelts.
All right.
We are so good at this game, Marius.
So we can just take
Honestly,
5 of his cards.
Here's the thing.
That was a very good idea, Vincent. I gotta give it to you. The
Oh, thank
idea
you.
to keep those pelts is
I think we
apparently the right move.
I think we can just win. We can,
But you do have to trade, right?
yeah, we can
Yeah.
buy out his first row, then buy a random card from his second row, attack, which will deal 4 damage with Casey and the Elk.
Yeah.
Use the hourglass. We can even use the hourglass and play the pack rat to get an item back.
Well, I don't know if I want to do that. Our items are kind of good.
Yeah, that's true. But
Like if we don't have to.
we need 5 damage though, so we would need to find 1 more damage, but we can do that with the stunted wolf. We can sacrifice the vertebrae for the stunted wolf, so we just
Vertebrae
won.
can be sacrificed?
I assume so, yeah. I don't know for sure, but
Do they have an attack value?
yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
They have an attack value of 0.
Yeah. Will be good to find out.
So let's just buy out his first row, I guess.
I mean, there's no like super killer cards in the back row.
There are a lot of super killer cards everywhere.
Oh, what are the cards?
So we have, okay, you are right, the second row is worse than the first row. The first row is a bat, a 2/1 with flying for 4 bones, a coyote, a 2/1 with 4 bones, an elk, 2/4, and a wolf, 3/2. And just like the ones you can buy with the wolf pelts, they all have an additional tag. So the bat is flying, but also has thorns 1.
Yeah.
The coyote has the split attack, like Casey does. The elk has the tail thing. The wolf also has the tail thing. And then in the second row, there's a 4/6 grizzly
Yeah.
with dive, a second grizzly 4/6
Okay.
with protection from flyers,
We should buy those.
a great white that moves around,
Okay.
and a turkey vulture with death touch.
Oh, what did Death Touch do? So like,
It kills, like our long neck elk. It kills anything it attacks.
oh, it's like just poison. I definitely want to buy the grizzlies then.
But we win if we just take the first.
But wasn't that resting on your assumption that you can sacrifice the vertebrae?
That is correct.
Which I'm not sure we can. I mean,
Okay.
like, those grizzlies, man.
You just want infinite large cards. Yeah, sure.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't want him to have those cards.
That's okay.
I'm not entirely sure that we can get to play those cards, although I think that's about 90% chance we will be able to do that. But yeah, okay.
So let's just buy out one of the grizzlies and see what happens.
We can. How about a? Oh yeah, okay. But you agree? Like we have a freebie for the row behind him, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely want to buy one of those grizzlies,
Yeah.
right?
Which one? The diving one? The diving grizzly or
Yeah.
the protection from flyers?
No,
grizzly?
take the diving grizzly, please. Which is a funny image, a diving bear.
We get the freaking grizzly.
All right. Don't you kind of want to play that though now?
Just come on. We can't. We have to take this fight somewhat seriously.
Oh, now we suddenly do. Like one phase ago, you were like, "Oh, let's hunt more pelts," which, granted, was the right move, but we weren't all like, "Let's win immediately." Then,
That's fine. Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know, Vincent. I think
I mean,
you can do this.
I'm fine. We can play this fight as long as you want, if we can end it with the Eulogy.
No, that's fine. That doesn't have to come up. But yeah, what do you want to do now?
I'm fine with anything really at this
okay.
point.
Let's take his bears.
Okay,
and
both grizzlies.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then
and then take the flyers, right? Those can fuck us.
Okay. So the turkey vulture and the bat,
I would say so, yeah.
I guess, and then
The shark is also kind of nasty.
yeah. Okay, the wolf will. Casey will kill the coyote and attack the wolf, and the elk will kill the wolf, and then his elk will kill Casey. But I guess that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's take the great white. I don't know, and
Yeah.
you
Thanks.
have chosen differently. Or I would have chosen differently, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
do we want a squirrel or a card? We have
Yeah.
a lot of cards.
What's
just
our
saying.
board right now?
We have in position 1 the vertebrae, a 0-1.
Uh-huh.
Then nothing, then Casey, and then elk. And he has the coyote that will die to Casey.
So, can you just draw a squirrel and then, like, play the diving bear?
Sure.
I mean, we can see if we can sacrifice the vertebrae,
I
right?
am up for it.
We might want to keep Casey.
Sure. Actually, no, the thing doesn't help the grizzly. Here we go. So, wait, for the grizzly we need 3 sacrifices.
Yeah,
We sacrifice the vertebrae, which works by the
that
way.
worked. That's good to know. Very good.
And then the squirrel and the elk, I guess? Or the,
Yeah, you
I mean-
said Casey kills the coyote. Isn't that a good thing? Which of these 3 do you want to keep?
I kind of want to keep Casey and the elk.
That's
the
not an
problem.
option.
Yeah, in that case, the question is
But why? What does the elk do that the bear can't do?
nothing, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. We can.
I mean, that's the whole
sacrifice-
point of this whole playing big card. They replace your
Mhm.
lower cards.
Okay, so just sacrifice the elk, I guess. Or the alternative is we sacrifice Casey and the grizzly kills the elk, which is also pretty good, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the coyote
Same
deals
difference, I
2
guess.
damage to us, which is fine. Yeah, let's.
What's our health?
We are at full health.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, after we play the bear, can we play another thing to like a bones card?
Probably.
Just to block the
vertebrae, squirrel, and Casey. I
Sure.
guess.
Yeah, let's do that
And we
first.
Put it there. Grizzly. And now we can also play the turkey vulture.
Sure.
And what else can we play? We can play the bat, I guess. There's blood on the great white. Let's play the bat, I guess. Oh wait, no, the
Do
turkey
flying things
vulture.
block? They do, right? I forget how that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will also, because it has thorns, it will kill the coyote,
Haha.
which is good.
Die.
Okay, and then we end. Oh, okay. So okay, we just won. Because
Okay.
I expected the tail thing to work like the elk thing, where they wouldn't move if there was something directly next to it,
Yeah.
but they don't. They just move somewhere else and leave the tail behind.
Yeah. Also, not what I would have expected the same, Vincent.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the vulture and the elk attack directly, and so bad. We just won, easy.
Good. Yeah, but we did good with the pelts. Once you know the one trick for these bosses, I feel like they're very doable. Yeah.
And he says, "You will not perish quite yet." It wasn't even close, dude. Hey, we got.
Well,
life.
no skin off my back.
Perhaps one of these will entice you. I don't know, man. It's another Urayuli.
Boss card.
Urayuli number 3 is
Really?
a possibility.
I don't want it.
Child 13 and Amalgam.
What's that?
So Urayuli is a 7/7. Child 13 is the infinite sacrifice for 1.
For 1.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
With no attack. 0/1
it's
for
a-
1.
0/1 exactly for 1
Yeah.
that can infinitely be sacrificed. And the
Mm.
Amalgam is a 2 sacrifice 3/3, which is just a solid card.
Yeah, kind of boring though. I did think that with our big cards, the shark and the Eulogy and stuff, like a source of sacrifice would be kind of nice.
I agree. I
You
like
want
it.
to take the infinite sacrifice?
Sure.
Yeah. It's not
Also,
that
we
bad.
could, in theory, sacrifice it for another better card that then has infinite sacrifices.
You're right. Yeah, that's true. You
With
couldn't do that with the amalgam. Had no tag, right?
True.
Yeah.
With the enigmatic trapper and trader now bleeding into the snow. Whoa, okay. You persisted.
Yeah. So
You could-
Act 4.
See a light in the distance. The end is near.
Oh, really?
Let me think. Ooh, the light changed. Okay, so we have now purplish light.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a very small map.
Ah, okay.
So we have
Nice.
3 paths that we can decide between, and they all end in a fight, a normal fight, that is directly in front of a little house that has an open door with the light shining out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the house we're in. Vincent.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it? There's no special places to go? Just to fight and then the boss?
No, there's so we have 3 paths.
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 And each of them have an option before we enter the fight. So the first option is a sacrifice, then a backpack, and the trade-in trapper.
That's probably always the case.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense.
Probably. So sacrifice, I guess, because the other ones don't do anything for us.
Yeah. Well, not yet anyway. We haven't used any item.
Yeah, we have great items.
Yeah, but we seem to not use them.
What? Yeah, because we're
too good.
rule.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So what do we want to sacrifice? We have the...
So I have a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
You said the light changed. Before we are locked into the boss fight, do you want to get up from the table and look around?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Just because we haven't done it in a while and the light changed.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good idea. Still, what do we want to sacrifice? We have
Child,
child 13 with the infinite sacrifices.
I think we should. Isn't that a good choice?
Yeah, I mean, the other options are the elk fawn, the turkey vulture with flying, the great white with diving, the long elk with poisonous and moving around, the HeMakesMePlay card, which is awesome, the skink, the alpha, Casey, and the stink bug.
I think putting like infinite sacrifice on HeMakesMePlay is very strong, and putting it also on any of the bones card, I maybe even like more. It's just really strong to play a bones card and then to have a sacrifice for it, right?
Absolutely agree. So
yeah, it's
child
like
13.
stink bug or something. That's otherwise not super interesting, right?
Mm-hmm. We could also put it on the Eulogy.
No, that's silly.
Okay, what bones cards do we have? We have a turkey vulture. We have a long elk.
Like a cheap one.
The alpha.
That's not that cheap.
And the stink bug.
I say stink bug. Does he have any other interesting tags?
The stinky thing, where he reduces the enemy's attack by 1.
Oh, okay. Makes him a little more likely to survive. I vote stink bug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Empower me.
Right, it's also a story card.
Mm-hmm. And then we get up and look around.
We're not playing your game right now, DM.
No, we are not. So
all right,
nothing new there. We still have the in the portrait or the picture frame. We have the squirrel and this what's it called? The skink. Which if we get
forgot about
hand, possibly could do that.
Yeah, keep it in mind.
Nothing new on the door. Still can't open it. Have the figurines changed? I don't think so. No, can't interact with them. We still have the zombie head that we were told not to open.
Yeah. If we lose, I want to open that head if it's still there.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
We got 2 new tooth from the scroll, and that's it.
All right. No, let's just play, I guess.
Yeah. Also, I should say, when we stood up, he rolled up the map, and the light change was gone.
Ah, I see. They didn't want to do 2 versions of this art, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But now that we have sit down again, the light is back.
Right.
Okay, fight coming up.
Yes.
Right in front of the open house.
Yes.
Your eyes affix themselves on the small cabin. Its warm light, a beacon in the oppressive darkness of the night. Surely this cabin marked the end of your travails. He turns off all the lights.
Oh, wow.
It's still dark. Can see nothing. Oh, okay, and now we are standing actually in a forest.
Huh.
And the moon just rotated in basically. There's in front of us is the house as you would expect. It's pretty far down the path, but we cannot see the open rectangle of the door.
Yeah.
And behind that is a giant, slightly pink moon. And that, rotated in, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we can turn around. What the hell? I wonder if that just looks like that. So I turned around and there's a tree standing, right?
Uh-huh.
But the trunk is slightly moving.
Okay. It's an awakened tree.
Yeah. But it looks like that just the textures on it are moving.
Like
as well.
it's in like Dementia, the Dark Descent, and we're having some insanity effects.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
I also looked behind us. Just another tree trunk.
I think that the game was called Amnesia. I'm sorry. Some cognitive impairment.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Cognitive impairment : the Dark Descent.
Uh-huh.
That game.
I recognized the Dark Descent, but I didn't know what.
Well, it sounds similar. Right?
Sure.
Anyway, let's stick with what's going on.
Okay, so around us, everywhere trees. We can only walk forward.
I
I
mean,
guess.
it's heavily implied that you should walk towards the cabin.
You know,
Railroad EDM.
Yeah, I'm. Every step takes us closer, and I'm just looking around. Behind us turns to darkness.
Yeah.
Also, we can only basically see the trees right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
What just happened?
I'm not entirely sure. There's like something fell on, not on the moon, but atop our vision of the moon, basically. So there's just like a portal, basically, right? And it looks like it's made out of stone.
Uh-huh.
So now the house and the moon behind it are framed by this stone portal thing.
Okay.
And a giant hand, I took another step forward, and a giant hand came forward through the portal, just obviously the narrator's hand.
Right.
And he's holding a wooden plank. Looks like a door almost.
Okay.
I'm going to try and click on it. Nothing. Okay, so I guess we just walk forward. And we are looking down at the plank, which is the table. And there's a book with all the tips and notes and all that left for us. And he says, "Steps away from the strange cabin, you are presented with an opportunity. I don't offer my boons to just any traveler. If you are able to pass my trials, you will be rewarded mightily." And we have a choice between 3 cards. The Trial of Skins. The 3 drawn cards must include a pelt card. We don't have a pelt.
Haha.
The Trial of the Fin. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with a waterborne sigil. Do we have one?
We got rid of the Kingfisher.
Yeah, I think we have...
But there might be other water cards.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And the Trial of Rarity. The 3 drawn cards must include a rare card.
That might be our trial.
I think we have a lot of those.
Yeah.
So let's try that, I guess.
I agree.
Let the Trial of Rarity begin.
Come on.
Again, in this neon-colored script instead of the normal one.
Come on, big money.
Eulogy, pack rat, cockroach.
Sounds pretty rare to me.
Eulogy is a rare card. Success.
It's already worth it to have him.
I will grant you one of my most powerful boons. And again, 3 turned cards lay in front of us. Cards that dramatically alter the game. And you don't even need to draw them.
Wow.
The first one is the Boon of the Bone Lord. You will start a battle with 8 bones.
Yeah, been doing okay on bones.
Yeah. The Boon of the Ambidextrous. You may draw twice at the beginning of your turn.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the Boon of the Magpie's Eye. When you draw from your deck, you may choose any card in your deck to draw.
Oh, that's also good.
Boy.
But somehow the drawing tool is better.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I know card games.
Especially if it gives us the opportunity to draw a card and a squirrel.
Oh yeah, sure. But even 2 cards, I'll take.
Yeah.
and then you can just.
So
Yeah.
just more cards
So,
is
I mean,
better than
the
less
scrying
cards.
one is like powerful if you have a really strong combo deck, but we've always been building our deck to be like, hey, every card is good, right?
Yeah, this is a little late for a combo deck.
Yeah. So I vote the card
And
draw.
dexterous.
thing. Yeah.
More cards. We will repeat that once more. We will repeat that once more. Okay.
What?
The Trial of the Swift. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with a sprinter sigil.
Huh. Okay.
The Trial of the Winged. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with an airborne sigil. The Trial of the Ring. If you have a ring, you pass automatically.
What's a ring? I want to know what a ring is. Anyway,
I don't know.
we don't have one.
But,
I think
also-
we might lose this one.
there are there are just hands on the cards with that are holding cards that have the sigil on them, and the ring one has a finger that is bandaged slightly.
Ah.
It looks slightly like a ring, but it is obvious that it has more than one what do you call that, rotation basically.
Okay.
So no ring,
No.
I guess.
Do we have sprint? No. What does that even mean?
That is the elk ability that moves around. Can
Oh,
we
okay.
look at
We
our
have
cards?
those.
No.
Right?
We also have some flying.
Yeah. Okay. We need to count. Can you look at the deck?
No, we can't.
Ah, shit. We usually got rid of flyers. We have the vulture.
And he makes me play.
Oh, that flies?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so.
And I think that's it. Do we have anything else?
You might be right.
Don't know.
I think the red can fly. Can it fly? I think it can fly.
The rat?
Yeah, didn't we make it flying? We sacrificed Kingfisher.
Yeah, could
Yeah, so 3 flyers. How many elks do we have? That's all that moves, right?
be.
We have elk fawn.
And the long elk.
Yeah, I think that's 3 versus 2. 3 flyers,
I
2
think
sprinters.
you're right. So flyers.
Yeah, didn't expect it, but that seems right.
Let the trial of the ring
Yeah, come
begin.
on, big money.
Casey, Urayuli, pack rat.
The rat did it. Yeah.
You are correct.
Nice.
A pack rat is a card with an airborne sigil. Success. Your choice of boons. The boon of the magpie's eye. When you draw from your deck, you may choose any card in your deck.
Now we get to choose 2 cards. That's crazy talk.
The boon of the goat's blood. You will start a battle with a black goat on the board.
Oh, I know what I like.
And the boon of the forest. You will start a battle with grand furs on all of your space. Fuck that.
No, yeah. Thank you, Vincent. That was heartfelt. I don't know for what kind of deck that is. For what kind of paranoid, defensively focused person would like
don't
that?
know.
I like the goat. The scrying is kind of neat, but it's for babies who can't build a good deck. Right? Like,
Yeah,
am I wrong?
yeah,
It's
no,
like, this game
kind
is
of-
randomness and it's fine. Like,
Yeah, goat all the way.
goat all the way.
Let's see how good
Yeah.
the goat is. And he pulled away, and in front of us lays the hut.
All right.
Still nothing on the sides.
I really wonder what happens now. Is there even an end boss, or is this just recursion and we get to start over now?
What the hell? I don't know, but behind the house, his giant head pulled up, and it looked almost like a tree, because we never saw his head.
Yeah.
And now we still can't see his head because it's in the shadows, but the moon is behind it, so we have sort of the outline. And
Okay.
his hair looks like the tree branches of like a fur or
A
something.
canopy of a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to get both of my boons.
That's
I
right.
rarely say this, but I am impressed. Yeah, because we fucking rule, bitch.
We learned our lesson.
You have been a worthy adversary. But unfortunately, I must soon put you to death.
Oh God.
Come at me, bro. Oh, now it wants me to go into him, basically. What? This is not okay.
He's going to eat you.
Yeah.
I wonder if those boons are now permanent for all our subsequent.
That would be
runs.
insane and ridiculous.
It's probably what this game would do, though. There's a recursion is heavily implied in this game.
True.
That you keep
true.
going into the hut and then you keep starting, and it's always it's a time loop. The stunted wolf has been talking about this.
True.
Anyway,
We'll see.
I want to know what happens.
We move closer.
Yeah.
I'm still looking to the sides, but nothing but trees and fireflies.
Oh, it's kind of tense.
It looks almost like, because his head is giant behind him, behind the house, it looks almost like we are moving into his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Also-
It's going to eat you.
We are close to the door now, and all the lights turned off.
Shit.
And still nothing. But we have to move forward. Is there something behind us? No. Now we just have a black screen. And a pair of eyes. You took your time out there.
It
And-
just restarts, right?
Now we see him actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. So he is quite the old gentleman.
Okay.
His hair is gray and pretty wild. There are sticks and leaves in there. He has a pretty impressive beard with mushrooms growing out of it.
He's like a forest druid. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's either a stick or a small horn growing out of his forehead. And his chest and arms also look like his arms look almost like they are made out of like dozens of roots combining into arm stumps.
Gnarly. Literally.
And yeah, his chest is also like the chest itself is made out of skin, but it's connected to the arms with something dark. I don't
Okay.
know. And he says, "You took your time out there, and I'm itching for another game. Are you ready to play?"
I mean, I guess so. I want to know how it continues. And yeah, there was no end boss, right?
Can I just get up now? I don't know. So now we're just sitting here, and he's looking at us, and there's no game to play. I don't know. Should I try to get up? Should I try to lean forward? What should I do here, Marius? Help me out.
Click OK.
There is no OK button.
Click cancel. No, it's I don't know. Like, is this a bug? Like,
I don't think so. I think there's an option.
so
here.
what can you do?
We could
Get up?
possibly. Should I try?
Yeah,
Because-
sure.
Okay. We can't. Okay. Can we turn to
Well,
the
that's
side?
settled.
Okay.
Can you like click on him or what? How do you know he started
okay.
game?
So we lean forward.
Ah,
I hope you are adequately prepared.
I hope we got those boons.
We lose one life, as is usual, and he gets 2. Perhaps one more to be safe. Oh, he just lights another candle and holds it.
Oh, so this is now the end boss fight.
This is the end boss fight.
I
yeah.
see. Cool music, by the way.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm excited. Whew.
And yeah, I like the music.
Yeah, right.
Behind him is the moon again, giant. So we only see his silhouette. The light is turned all the way down again.
Yeah.
The battlefield is illuminated in like a purplish color. And around the moon it's like a starry night. Lots of stars moving in
Nice.
2 circular motions. And
Circle of the Star Druid.
around his head are all the masks floating,
Cool.
just one by one passing over his face, and then bit
yeah,
of
we
nothing.
can look at all the
and
stuff
then-
we've overcome.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And what do we have here? He has on the board a mole man
Oh,
and an amalgam.
3/3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have a black goat.
That's
You go, goat.
provides what, 3 or 2 sacrifice?
3.
Yeah, that's so good.
And we have 1 bone, by the way. We have a greater smoke, a squirrel,
Ah.
an alpha, a cockroach, which is, what is it? It's a 2/2 that can't die for 4 bones,
Mm-hmm.
and protection from flies. And a skink.
Which can be infinitely sacrificed. Was that the card? Or
Mm,
the stink bug had that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The skink is
Okay.
just a skink.
Right. What do we do?
Good question. We can just play the alpha, I guess. Actually, we can play the squirrel, sacrifice it for the skink, and play the skink and the alpha, and deal some face damage.
I guess that sounds good. The mole man we can just ignore, I guess.
Yeah.
The amalgam, I don't know.
Yeah. So squirrel and then the others.
Yeah. I have a question. This is a wild idea. Do you want to
like that?
Do you just want to start strong and just pull that stupid mole guy to our side?
I don't. I'm not a fan of the mole man.
But like, I mean, we can always just sacrifice him if he's like a problem.
That's true. We might.
But like, we won't have to punch through his side.
Can we actually kill him if we kill the mole man? That's the question. I think we can deal 4 damage pretty easily.
Remember, there's also the amalgam. Maybe. Okay. Listen to me, Vincent. Listen to me. Pull the amalgam, then we surely kill him, right?
The amalgam is not yet on the board.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So he has only the mole man.
It's not very strong.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
We can deal 4 damage, but I think that's it. Or we play also the Greater Smoke and basically play all our cards and kill him.
What does the Greater Smoke do exactly?
It's a 1/3 that gives us 4 bones.
For 1?
For nothing.
Ah, that's pretty strong.
Yeah, and also if we kill him in the first turn, and he somehow changes our board, right? We lose the black goat and a ton of bones from the smoke and the squirrel and.
But if he kills our board, nothing matters, right? Like, what are you going to use the goat for then? Play Eulogy and then he kills it?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to play all our cards, right?
No, I think we start. I like the alpha and skink.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We will find a use for our items, I'm sure.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and the alpha, and there we go. We have a 1/1 black goat. And we end our turn. Oh, I thought the mole man would just... I thought the mole man would do that once, but he actually blocked all the damage.
Oh,
so
okay.
He just took 4 damage. That's interesting.
Yeah, okay. Didn't know that.
Now he's, I guess for the moment, blocking the amalgam, which is pretty good. But he will die to our cards, so he won't be blocking them.
That's the thing with defensive cards, they just delay.
Yeah.
It's not right. Okay.
And he is about to play still the amalgam, which, hey, the mole man blocked. Thank you. And he's also about to play a Mantis God, which is a 1/1 that attacks not only to the right and to the left, but also to the front. So everywhere, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And we can draw a card or squirrel.
Let's draw 2 cards, Vincent. Do you agree?
Yeah, okay. We have 1. And we can, we can actually choose.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Another
What did we draw?
A long elk.
Okay.
Which is good.
Well, what would you do with the squirrel? We have a goat.
Yeah, we don't have anything that we can sacrifice.
Draw another card.
More cards. An elk fawn.
Okay.
That's okay.
Do we have a use for that goat?
I want to destroy that Mantis goat.
We can pull him.
Yeah, but he's not on the board yet. I don't know if we can pull him.
Next turn we can pull him. Right.
Also, he put on the mask of the trapper.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I wonder if that describes what happens at the end of his life.
Yeah, maybe. Then but that would be weird. No, we need pelts, and he's not producing pelts.
Sorry, not the trapper, the miner.
Ah, he would turn our board into rocks. Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's watch out. Let's see.
So, do we play anything? Do we just end the turn?
What will be the state? I think we can play a card. Use the goat before it just gets destroyed. Right?
All we can play with the goat is the fawn, and that needs 1 sacrifice. That's the problem.
So it's a waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So what happens? The black goat will attack and the moment will block it. The alpha will attack and the moment will block it and die.
Yeah.
And the skink will deal 2 face damage. And then the mantis god will enter, deal 1 face damage, kill the black goat, and attack the alpha, but not kill it.
He immediately attacks the mantis goat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the amalgam will attempt to kill the skink, but not succeed, because the skink is not killable by normal means. So at the end of it, we will lose the black goat and lose 1 HP on the alpha and 1 HP on us.
Okay, so you're gonna lose the black goat anyway, so why not just replace it with the elk fawn? Will the elk fawn survive?
No, it's a 1-1.
Yeah, okay. And it's the same
It
difference.
doesn't really change anything, yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You could use the hourglass.
Sure.
Wouldn't that win us this round, basically?
No, we deal too little damage for that.
Yeah, okay. Then I guess we just eat it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we still come out ahead at the end of this.
Yeah, we just lose so many cards, right? And we need to have like...
I mean, we lose the black goat.
Oh yeah, I thought we lose 2. Sorry.
No, the skink will be attacked by a 3/3, but because it's a skink, it will sacrifice its tail.
Okay.
So I guess we just end the turn here.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good move. Okay, moment's dead. We deal 2 damage. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, our entire board just turned into gold nuggets.
So you're right. It does do the thing. But we also won, I guess.
I mean...
Did we win?
No.
The round? So why did he do that?
Wait, did he? I can't see his lights.
Oh, okay.
I think he still have 3 lives.
So what? He just randomly does the moves?
Yeah, I guess he shows it by putting on the mask.
But when does he do the move?
I don't know. Every 3 turns or something? I don't know.
It's
A
rough.
little weird.
Well, he's an end boss.
Yeah. Okay, but that
We
means
just have to roll with the punches.
I guess we need to speed up here a little.
Okay.
So how do we do that? Draw cards, I guess.
What did... Well, not necessarily. What is his board right now?
Oh, light is weird. It's flickering. In the game, I mean. He has the Mantis God and an amalgam on the board, and he's about to play 2 more amalgams.
Do you want to pull the Mantis God? That seems like a troublesome card.
I mean, it's only a 1/1.
Why? I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. It's not particularly strong, and the gold nuggets are sort of blocking it. I don't know. I'd rather pull the amalgam, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, we have 2 gold nuggets with 1 life each on our board.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, what should we play? I just kind of want to use the items because it will be stupid to die with items.
That's true, yeah.
It makes me feel stupid.
I just want to draw more cards because I feel like we need stronger cards here, and the ones we have are sort of...
All right. I mean, you can just draw 1, right?
True.
See what happens.
A great white. Well, that's great. That would kill the amalgam, for example. But we also need to look out because the 2 amalgams he has will kill us.
Yeah, I mean, what do you need to play the Great White? How much sacrifice?
3.
We could use the goat,
Um,
the item.
That's true.
Play the goat item, pull an amalgam, problem solved. No? I mean, play gold, play the white, pull amalgam.
Yeah, actually,
I mean, then we use 2 items, but oh well.
yeah, we don't know what's coming. But yeah, I don't know if it's... Maybe if this is a boss where nothing happens at the end of his life, except he resets.
What's his mask right now?
I don't think he has any.
Okay.
No, they are rotating.
Okay.
Again, not that it's easy to see that.
So what's the alternative to deal with the amalgam? I mean, okay, we agree on the Great White, yeah?
Yeah, unless we find something better. We have still 1 card draw left.
That's
so we
true.
Can draw a card or
So I was gonna ask, is there another way to deal with the amalgam? I mean, we do have some cards.
I mean, the long elk has poisonous, so it will kill it.
Yeah, and it will block
but-
it, right?
I mean, we'll just kill it. And then
We don't take the face damage, is my point.
Yeah. But the problem again is that the Mantis God will kill the 2 gold nuggets and deal us 1 face damage, and then his 2 new amalgams will kill us because they deal 6 damage together.
Yeah.
So
yeah, okay.
I don't know.
You can
I
use
think
the hourglass.
let's just
I
pull a
still think getting that fucking Mantis is like nice because he seems to be a problem. You want to draw another card? Is that your
Yeah.
what you? Okay, sure.
let's just draw another card, see what we get. Eulogy.
I don't want to play that at all right now. Not this early.
No. But Great White is an idea. And we still have, even if we use the black goat, we still have the hourglass to play more cards for the Eulogy.
This is true. What about using the hourglass now?
So the black goat and the hourglass? Or what would you do? Yeah.
Well,
So the problem that I'm seeing is that we have some options, but the gold nuggets severely limit what we can do. But because
Yeah.
he has the Mantis thing, they don't block for us,
yeah.
which is fucked up, dude. And we could even we could play just to survive. We could play the Greater Smoke in position 1 that takes the amalgam damage.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Still, we
One.
have that. So can't we just play the gold and the white seems like a good thing, and then block stuff with the smoke? Do we die then?
No, we should. Yeah, we would take 4 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would. Okay.
Well,
let's-
we deal some face, right? Don't we?
we deal 1 face damage. We kill his 1 amalgam.
Mm-hmm.
And oh boy. Greater smoke blocks his other amalgam when it enters.
Okay, do we just want to play the Eulogy and he hits him for 14 in his fucking face,
But-
and we don't have to solve this problem?
But we can't.
Why not?
Because actually, yeah, we
You
could
play the goat,
end the smoke, yeah.
yeah, and then but it has to hit face, right? I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it would work. Yeah. Sure, let's
I mean, then
see.
right? It's because it feels like all the other options don't feel good.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
this, sure, our big killer card will be gone, but hey, okay, we still have the shark,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just we get to play this card, and that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. So
So let's do this. Timmy is coming for you, druid guy.
we need a sacrifice for the black goat.
Oh really?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's how that works.
It's not directly on the board. Okay.
Shit.
But we can still do that, I think.
Yeah. You
how
find
can we do
another
that?
Card.
Um,
Man, if we could draw a squirrel.
I mean, we could play the smoke and the long elk, for example, and play the sacrifice the long elk for the goat, or we could play the cockroach and sacrifice the cockroach for the long elk.
What did the
for
cockroach have?
It's a 2/2 with infinite, with unkillable.
So it goes back to the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Um,
Sounds good.
when a card bearing this sigil perishes, a copy of it is created in your hand. Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess it's not just in combat. Okay,
Doesn't
but,
say that.
let's do that.
Yeah.
So we play the smoke and the cockroach and sacrifice it for. Hey, we got it back. The black goat,
This feels pretty good.
and then we sacrifice that. Sacrifice that. And put the Eulogy there.
Yeah.
And then we end the turn.
And now we should really keep that hook, because if he
Mm-hmm.
takes the fisher mask on and pulls our Eulogy,
it's back to us, baby.
we're gonna pull it right back.
Yeah, and if we can, actually, I hope.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if he pulls it and then it attacks immediately,
Sure.
we are screwed. That's one life gone. And reset. And his amalgams vanished. So the two he was about to play, the one on the board is still there, and the Mantis God is also still there.
Yeah.
And where our Urayuli is, on his side is now a stump. So we still have our Urayuli though.
But the Urayuli, will that not hit his face again, even through the stump?
No, the damage never goes further than the creature it hits.
Damn it! It's like they anticipated this.
And
there's no way to move him, right? That would be fun. A moving Urayuli.
You can't attack me. I punch you. You're capable endured the onslaught of rare creatures, but the true challenger was forthcoming. Shadowy figures appeared before you.
Yeah, you know what? Shut up. Just play the fucking hourglass and, like, we win, bitch.
In their eyes glimmered a recognition of kinship, but colored by guilt.
Shut up.
Oh, are these the animals?
What animals?
They were betraying you.
No! Not our friends. What? We even freed the wolf.
It's worse.
What is it?
We are fighting Lewis and he makes me play.
Oh, those friends.
Oh
no. And it's like, this is so funny. It's using the fact that you make broken cards against you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Well. And he also said, I remember that one fondly. Not sure which one he referred to. And we can draw a card or a squirrel. What do you want?
Well, we just need 2 turns, right? So
that
the
is
Urayuli
correct.
can hit his face. Can we just survive 2 turns? I guess we don't have to use the hourglass. Right? Can we play anything to block his stuff?
At the moment, I don't think so.
What's help me, Vincent. What's in our hand?
We have a long elk, which requires bones, which we don't have. We have an elk fawn, requiring sacrifice.
Okay. We can draw a squirrel, play the little elk, and then we have lots of bones as well.
True. The great white and the cockroach.
Right.
And he still has on his board the stump, then the Mantis God, which will clear up the gold nuggets, which, thanks for that.
That's a good thing, right?
And the amalgam.
Okay.
And he's about to deal 5 damage to us, I think.
That's too much.
Yeah, with HeMakesMePlay and the amalgam, that's exactly 5 damage.
Yeah.
So okay, we should block something here, like the amalgam.
Yeah.
So let's draw a squirrel.
And
first
play
of all,
the fawn.
and we can draw another card or another squirrel. What do you want?
Well, what would help? I feel like a card now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Casey, there you are.
Is she gonna help?
I don't know, but I like her.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, so we play the squirrel. We can actually just leave it at the squirrel. We don't even need to sacrifice it, right?
I mean, like wouldn't a card wouldn't it kill? I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean,
would it kill his card?
Can we actually? We can kill it with.
Also, if you just play a scroll, won't the Mantis kill it?
No, the Mantis is too far to the left. No, the problem is we have so little space on the board. We can play the squirrel in our only available spot, and then we can sacrifice it for the bones to play the elk fawn or Casey. But either one would die to the amalgam. And what we really would need is like the long elk. And actually we have I thought we have no bones. We have bones. We can just play the long elk and kill the amalgam. What am I talking about?
Oh, okay.
Let's do that, I guess.
So, and we're not gonna die then.
Correct.
Good.
So
that's all I care about. Right
Urayuli will destroy the stump.
Yes, like that's a gone stump now.
Demolish Lewis through the stump.
That's good. Yeah.
Just,
and then he still has stuff left over.
Yeah, he has like 10 damage left after that.
Everything we need now is not to die. You tell me we don't die, I'm happy.
Yes.
And if those rocks, those golden nuggets go away, that's great too.
Yeah. So that should work. Unless... No, he has no mask. Okay, we should look out for that.
Yeah.
And then we end the turn, and Urayuli absolute destroys, and the long elk does something. And he is preparing the hook. Fuck off.
Okay. We can deal with this, though.
Yes.
The
And
Fisher does not erase our board, and that's good.
there's Casey. Is Casey still in our hand? Casey is still in our hand. Okay, this is
Just
why.
copied it.
Um,
So what is he? He pulls the last thing we play, right?
we are winning. If we just end the turn and the Urayuli attacks,
He's not going to pull the Urayuli?
I don't think so. We can play, I don't know, a
Alright.
squirrel just to be safe.
Yeah, do it. Why not?
But first we need to draw.
Yeah, you can definitely draw a card.
So squirrel and card, I guess,
Yeah,
just to be perfect. The stink bug. Wonderful.
yeah. And just if our board stays, we'll have a squirrel. It's not bad.
So squirrel, and we put it in front of HeMakesMePlay, I guess. I don't know. Actually, let's put it in front of the Mantis God.
Shouldn't we kill that guy now? He's kind of annoying.
The Mantis God?
Yeah.
Sure, eventually. But first of all, let's see utter destruction.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Ding, ding, ding,
Lots
ding,
of
ding,
teeth,
ding,
man.
ding, ding. Yeah.
The music stopped.
And he took off his mask and he turned around and says, "This damned moon."
Yeah, right. It's the moon.
It's
Not that you're losing.
Yeah, it's not our insanely huge monster.
I don't give my boons to anyone. We don't even need your boons.
I mean, the double draw is kind of nice.
Shut up, Vincent.
He says, "It's dramatic, yes, but it provides no value to my board. I wonder." What in the hell? So he took a picture of it,
Of the moon?
off the moon,
Okay.
and then dropped down a gigantic card of the moon that is taking over his entire space. And he says,
Cool.
"Now that is value."
That's kind of cool. I like it. What are the stats of the moon?
It's a 140
Ah,
with protection from flyers and Omni Strike. A card bearing the sigil will strike each opposing space that is occupied by a creature. It will strike directly if no creature opposes it. And Tidal Lock. At the beginning of its owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will pull small creatures like swirls into its orbit. Well, here's the thing. We have an Urayuli, which
Yeah.
is not a small creature and doesn't freaking care about taking 1 damage.
no. But also, we have a hook. Can you pull the moon? It's just he puts this thing down and we're like, I'm taking that, okay?
I mean, on one hand, yes, absolutely. On the other hand, I don't want to destroy our Urayuli. We worked so hard and it's doing so great and
But
I love it.
it won't destroy it, will it?
I don't know.
Why would it destroy it?
Because it's taking over the entire board.
Oh,
and
I
if
see
we
what
take,
you mean.
I still want to do it. I mean,
No, I don't want to do it.
I want to do it. It's like,
Really?
this is the stuff that wins you the game, I think. Not just this card game, just the game inscription.
But like, we win if we just keep ending the turn.
That is true, yeah.
No, I don't want to pull it because you convinced me that's a bad idea because it will erase our board. if
I
it
mean,
works.
we have a full hand and we...
Yeah, but even then, like, you're fucked because then actually you have a shit. The moon is not that great. You'll have a 140 on your hand. We'll never get rid of that.
That deals 5 damage a turn.
Oh, I thought 1.
1 per place, 1 per card, right? It attacks every spot
Oh, it
for 1
does?
damage, yeah. And if there is...
But that goes
Actually, no,
space.
it's 4 spots. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah. So it's a 140 that attacks every space.
I wish I wouldn't have said that, Vincent.
I want to do it. Let's just draw some cards and then pull over the moon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can still pull it if he somehow kills our Urayuli,
Okay. Sure.
right?
Mhm.
Like, I want to see if this strategy works, and then we still have, if he fucks with us, which is likely, then we'll have an alternative strategy. We'll have an ace in our
All right.
sleeve. But we can certainly draw.
Yeah, I just drew 2 cards, Pack Rat and the Stunted Wolf, and we have this Stink Bug, the Squirrel, this Casey, we have a cockroach, a great white, and an elk fawn.
Yeah, sounds like we're all set.
Yeah. And let's just end the turn.
Let's watch the battle between the moon and Eulogy.
Oh, we also have the elk that is poisonous and instantly killed the moon.
Oh, okay. Somehow this is the best scenario.
Yeah.
Somehow this is most funny.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad how we missed that. We had a long discussion about hooking.
Yeah.
We had like 5 ways to kill this guy. What is this?
And we still have items. We have...
Yeah.
And he says, you really destroyed the moon. I suppose all that's left is to finish me off.
He sounds kind of sad. I feel a little bit sorry. ...
Go on.
What, he took a picture of himself?
No, the sound was him ending his turn and the long elk just moving one step and producing a vertebrae. Like to
Nice.
mock him. Okay, I'm just drawing more cards here.
Well, what? He has no board?
No, he has no
And he
board.
doesn't do anything?
We drew the stoat. That is...
You can't get up from the table in a battle, right?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Then we can't do much here.
Yeah. Just... to the face. And we have a black screen again as the thing went out. The flame went
Alright.
out.
We did it.
It's saving.
Did I just... I think I just beat him. Oh,
Okay, so we saw a moment where there was a pile of earth or something with a single candle. And now we see a cam works. A pixelated screen. And like camera reel with 8. Oh, okay. That's good. So now I have some time to describe actually. So what we saw was the screen, right? We were playing, and then there was the narrator with a pile of rocks or something, I'm not sure, and a single candle in it. And then you heard what he said.
Yeah, we
and-
beat him.
Exactly. And basically the camera that was filming it flipped over. We saw like a moment of a shelf to the side. And now we're basically in the menu screen of the camera. And there are 8 options to choose from 09 /15, 0915, 1002, 1003, error, 1003, 1003, and 1010.
Those are dates.
These are dates, exactly, and all of these are video files.
Okay.
So the first 3 are just the dude from the very beginning, if you remember. Like at the very start of the game, when we started it, we had a person, this guy, sit down and start playing this game, I think.
Oh, what? Are you talking about the DM? The narrator?
No, this is an actual human being. This
Oh.
he is sitting in front of a green screen.
Ah, we had that at the start.
Yeah, it was
I
like a
forget.
5 seconds
Okay.
clip.
Probably the guy that just talked.
Yeah, and possibly also, I don't know, the developer might be it, or maybe not. So 3 in front of a green screen, then a file in a forest, then the error file, which is just a mash of colors.
That's interesting.
Then another one in the forest where he's digging, I think, and then 2 in front of his PC.
So can we look at all of them?
I assume so.
Yeah.
We can select them. So let's start with
The
09
earliest one.
14.
Yeah.
He's adjusting the camera in front of his green screen. Oh shit. And that's it. So it's 3 seconds.
Next one.
Wait, can we get... Oh, okay, so there's a menu basically. You can pause, play, fast forward, adjust the subtitles. And it's also like, as you would expect from a camera, it has like the battery life in the top left and all that. Okay, let's go back and start the second one. And again, he has set up a green screen, and before the green screen is a table and an office chair, and I assume he's recording something for Like the position of the narrator? Maybe?
Probably.
Well, let's see.
Hey there, card gamers. I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is another pack opening video. Today, I am opening Catch Monsters packs and digging for that epic, shiny Transcend Dog! And here I'll add some crazy VFX with lightning bolts or something. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to open my first pack. Feeling good about this one. Feeling real good. Ooh, what do we got here? Okay, and our first rare is a Urchin. Not exactly a viable competitive card, but hey, it's pretty one. All right.
It's not what I expected.
Feeling even better about this one.
Absolutely not.
I gotta say, these cards are feeling extra silky today. I mean,
We have to watch it
they're
though.
so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what they're doing down there at the card factory, but
He's so bad.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Some jank cards.
He's not showing them to us.
My draft cube, we'll see. And our rare for this pack is Bandog. Not exactly riveting so far, but we have many packs to go. Next pack, here we come.
Is he like opening 100?
Just cut out this part.
Oh, his phone rings.
Mm-hmm. He has about 10 packs in front of him.
Okay. He just stopped the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a new thing or not, but usually in these kinds of videos, I think what you do is you show your hands opening the packs and then how you look at the packs. What he does is he opens the pack, looks at the card, then looks at the camera, which is looking at him, right? And tells us. It's so
I
bad.
bet there are many YouTubers out there who do it this way.
This feels terrible.
Yeah.
And if they do,
Okay.
they are terrible.
Thing is, listen, I feel like we just stopped playing a card game and now we're just playing Her Story, where you go through like video files and stuff and try to solve a crime case.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to watch these videos because I feel like there's gonna be a clue in them or something.
I still wonder if he isn't, to some extent, the narrator.
Yeah, maybe, absolutely. And maybe he was a normal card game player who got more and more corrupted.
Oh.
And there will be clues in the videos about that. Let's watch the next one.
Yeah, so the first ones were from 0915, which I assume to be the 15th of September.
Uh-huh.
And the second one is then from the 2nd of October.
Did we play on those days? Those dates? Do you
I
know?
don't think so.
I don't think so either. Okay.
Hey there, card gamers! I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is a vintage pack opening video. Today I'm opening a few super rare old packs I snagged at a garage sale. I've got 4 packs of Inscription.
Ooh.
You would not believe the deal I got on these. Now, not all of you will even remember this game. I'm barely old enough to have seen these going around in my childhood. For whatever reason, they only did one set of these cards and then stopped printing them.
Because they were cursed.
There's not a huge market for them anymore, but at the rate I got them for, there's not really much to lose. That being said, a foil Mantis God goes for a couple $100, so fingers crossed. Really cool art on these. Definitely stands the test of time.
Us, the cards. You dick.
And our rare for this pack is Blue Mage. Cool looking card, but not going to be worth very much.
Looks like a Magic the Gathering card.
See what we got going on in a second.
So not at all like the inscription card.
Huh. This pack has been opened and resealed. Hope no one snuck the rare out of it. They suck. Come on, people, honestly. Who opens and reseals a pack? Yeah. There's a set of coordinates on this card. Looks like they were drawn on with a pen. 49 degrees north, 123 degrees west. I think I'd have to check, but I think that's pretty nearby.
Oh, and then he went to the hut.
Mm-hmm. He's taking the camera.
Yeah, he's going to the
Uh-huh.
hut. And that's how the narrator gets people. He opens packs and puts that stuff on there.
That's. I mean, if it works, I guess. Not the most
So
efficient
creepy.
one. Yeah. Okay.
What's the next one?
1 day later, he's in a forest.
Ah, mhm.
All right, you guys. I'm out here living my best life.
Looking
Got
at
my trusty headlamp and shovel.
forest floor.
Always come prepared, kids. All right. Whew. There we go. Yeah. Okay.
He has a
Whew.
GPS with him.
Mhm.
Getting close. I think. Assuming there is a thing to get close to. This very well may be a massive waste of...
He ran out of battery.
No, his battery seems fine.
He got attacked.
Something just happened to the video. I don't know,
Okay.
but I know that the next video file is error,
Error.
right?
Okay, let's watch it.
But also, I want to go back here if I can.
Massive... Assuming there...
What are there like
Getting close.
weird creatures in the background in the forest video?
No, he just when he held up the GPS thing,
Yeah.
which looks sort of like a phone, like an old phone
Mhm.
from before the 2005 era.
It probably was a phone because that's all they had. I mean,
Possibly. He also held up the card.
and what's
and
on it?
It says Skeletor. And again, the format is basically like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Or more
Magic.
closely the Magic card.
Yeah.
So there's a picture in the top half and then the text on the bottom half.
Mm-hmm.
And it says something about the type, but I can't read it. And then brittle and I don't know. It's light gray text on a white background. It's hard to
And
read.
it should have 49 north and 123 west.
You know, that's drawn on with a pen.
All right.
Okay, just wanted to see that. A brittle one. Then the error file.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's it.
That's it?
Is there anything in there?
See anything in there? I feel like there's something hidden in this. What if you enable subtitles?
Okay, they were enabled.
Ah, okay.
I mean, good thought. I feel like there's something at the beginning there.
Can you play it backwards? Can you
No,
play it backwards at half speed?
Can I? Okay, that's good. Okay, so the first image is just black and then white line on it, and then it's a bigger white line, and then it's just basically colorful static,
Okay.
like those sounds would imply. And I see nothing of value there.
I love playing these Ian McLarty games with you.
Yeah, can we
Just
turn
a
around?
callback
Can we
if
change the world?
Go watch our Ian McLarty videos.
Uh-huh.
Counts of Solaris or whatever.
This one looks like a dancing dude for some reason. There's just
Dancing dude.
yeah, there's just I'm making just up things up. It's a sea of colors and one blob of color looks a little like a dancing dude. Okay.
Next one.
He's
Is that the last one?
no, there are 3 to go.
Ah, okay.
So same day, still in the forest, digging.
All right. That's why you always bring an extra battery, boys
Ah,
and girls.
underwhelming.
Every time. You gotta come prepared. Okay.
Forest getting thicker.
I like this guy as an actor. I hope it's a developer.
Finding some bushes.
All right. This is it. And now we dig.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's so chipper.
Yeah.
likable protagonist.
I agree. I hope nothing bad happens to him.
But does he like hold the camera
I give
in
a
one?
75% chance it's a rock. But
Hmm?
only one way to find out.
Is he like holding the camera while he's digging with one hand? Or does he have a GoPro on his head or something?
Yeah, it looks actually like he's...
Is that?
He found something. Like
Oh my
he's
god, you guys, I can't believe it.
digging with 2 hands.
There's actually something here.
So who's filming?
Him is like a head camera.
I see.
Okay, he opened like a box. There's something in it. There's a lot of dirt, obviously. Oh, an old disc. Or not a disc, but like a floppy disk. With the name Inscription on it, in red. So the floppy disk is red.
Has the game on it.
Guys, are you seeing this? I'm a little confused.
And he's going back. Okay, and a file.
Next one.
Still, same day, he's back in his office, looking at a screen. Who even has a floppy disk drive anymore?
Yeah, good question. Maybe he bought one just for this.
Okay, 11 bucks. Cheaper than a foil Steamboat Willie.
Alright, fine.
Alright, fine.
Wow, great video.
Yeah, so he's looking at a floppy disk drive on eBay or something.
Ah,
And 7 days later, again in front of his PC.
Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
Is that the first thing we see? Inscription. It's the starting screen of the game.
yeah, like when we started it, we basically did what he did.
Mm-hmm. And now he's in the start menu. And that's it. So he started a game.
Yeah, and just as a public service announcement, I know we may have some listeners who have been born after 1988. This game does not fit on a floppy disk. There's no way in hell.
Well, maybe if you pack it really tightly.
No, not even then. It's like physically impossible.
Yeah.
But sure, it's an interesting fiction. What happens next?
So that was the last video, and now
No.
I think the only button we can press is the back button in the camera menu.
Okay.
Stop browsing footage. Yes,
I guess so.
And okay, we're back with our narrator, and he has like a pile of dirt on a plate with a single candle in it. It looks horrible, but I think he meant well.
It's your birthday cake, Vincent.
Mhm.
Happy birthday. We love you very much.
Yeah. Also, I should say, when the scene switched, it went from being slightly pixelated back to being a normal high quality
Yeah, okay.
image.
We now know what happened here.
Yeah. Who went through the screen into the game. Okay, what can we do here? I do not celebrate often, and I seldom give gifts. But you, challenger, you are worthy. Please, do not be polite. Dig in.
I thought he's dead. He's not.
Is there something wrong? Your prize awaits. Oh, it might be like intestines or something.
Ugh. Haggis.
Yeah, more like just raw, pulled out intestines.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Very well. Come with me. Black screen again. Stand right there.
Dodge this bastard.
No. Okay, we're standing outside of the cabin, and
Yeah.
he's looking at us. And what happens now? The light is still flickering. Can we turn around? We can take the camera. The camera is right next to us. I'm gonna try and turn around. I
Yeah.
want to see what the flickering light is. Okay, we can't turn around. God damn it.
You can take the camera,
That's the only thing I see we can do.
take a picture of this guy.
Mm-hmm. Who gave you that? Oh, that's the film.
Ah, we were supposed to
Absolute-
get that.
Oh, give it back!
No.
And we are fighting him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We see through the camera, but we took a picture. We are inside, outside. We are outside of his place, I think. But he's gone. And there are just a ton of boxes. And there are things behind the boxes, and there are some red smears on the ground. And what looks like a calendar. And I think now we can turn around, maybe? I'm gonna try and turn around. Also, to just describe that a little more, again, there are these wooden boxes, and behind one of them, in the very corner of the room, it looks like a suitcase. And behind another one, there is a creature, I think. We can see a sort of talon hand. And if that is the body, then it has like either green fur or green leaves all over it. But again, it's hidden behind the boxes.
Okay. So we're probably in his attic? Or upstairs, at least?
Maybe?
Okay.
Or we are just outside his box now, and we are seeing what it is really.
Yeah, okay, his is like his studio set
Mhm.
for his weird little play.
Yeah.
So the wolf told us to get the reel of or do we have the reel of film?
Yeah, we just used that in the camera. So we took the reel out, and he screamed, "Who gave you that?"
Ah, we
And
took the reel out of the camera.
no, out of our pocket where we had
Ah.
it, and then we put it in the camera
Oh, okay.
and photographed him with that.
I kind of thought that we should have that we should have looked at what's on the reel instead of using it as film.
I guess,
But maybe this is the correct thing to do.
yeah, maybe
Okay.
the camera normally puts creatures on cards.
And now we put him on a card.
Yeah, or on the film, basically trapping him.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. It traps souls. Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to clear that up. At least we're on the same page.
Let's turn around and see what this flickering light is.
Yeah.
Okay. So the flickering light is a button that looks suspiciously like a New Game Plus button from the menu. That is flickering with white light, and there are like colored lines going out from it, and it looks like we are having some sort of trap here.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it belongs at all in this world.
Uh-huh.
Also in front of us, or below this button, is a barrel, and next to it there are just ton of costumes, possibly people, but mostly costumes. There's like a hat and I don't know what
All
else.
right. Can you explore this space and interact with anything
Let's see, yeah.
except the new game button?
Just walking forward towards this group of boxes, there is a calendar. That's the card. There's a card of him. No name, no life, nothing else, just a card of him
Okay.
and his face.
He has been banished to a card.
Uh-huh.
That's what I say.
And then what is that behind the boxes? Can we see that?
I mean, he did establish when he took a picture of the moon and turned the moon into a card.
That is true.
Yeah. That's his magic camera.
Can we do anything else here? Okay, I'm looking at, in the door is the slot, but there's just darkness laying behind it.
I mean, I guess we kind of solved the puzzle, right? That's how you get out of his grasp. You banish him into a card. And you could only do that if you have before that gotten the reel or film, right?
I guess so,
What
yeah.
if you get to this point and you don't have the reel? Then he kills you, I guess. Right?
Possibly, yeah. Or you
Yeah.
just restart by taking a picture of him with nothing in there.
Yeah, or he's like, oh, your gift is I take a picture of you, right? And it's also, every time we lost the game, he took a picture of us, right? And turned us into a card, like a creepy witch. then we didn't actually get a card as a gift. We were the gift.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I get it.
I really want to see what that green thing is behind the boxes, but I can't get there.
Well, you'll never know, I guess.
Okay, now I had to walk towards the New Game Plus button.
It's like flickering.
Yeah.
I guess that's all we can do, right?
Come on, let me look at these boxes. This is stupid. Okay, I guess we can take the button. Oh, we're looking at, I'm not sure, some dark wood in a... Maybe we were back inside the cabin?
I think we just started a new game.
I guess so, yeah. But everything is dark again. Can we do something here?
I just want to know, does it start the same way?
Can we back? Okay, we can get back. Oh, okay. So we just took the light away. So that's why everything looks a bit different here. So I guess now we go towards the door. What is happening here? And why is everything insanely dark? Oh, okay. So if we turn around from the New Game Plus button, that is now vanished.
But you clicked on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we turn around, we can see through the door, and on the other side of the door is a pair of candles, a lit.
Like outside the hut? I'm confused.
I think
Are you in the hut?
No, but maybe.
Okay.
So it's.
Are you still in the same place you were when the New Game Plus button arrived?
I think what happened is he has like a hut with 2 rooms, and we used to be in one room, and now when we took the picture, we went out of the room into the other room.
Yeah.
And now we are in the other room, and we can see the candles because they are in the first room where the game usually takes place.
Okay.
I still want to see how can we. Okay, somewhere here there's a way to open this door, I assume. Is there? Is it supposed to be this dark? Wait, can I turn up the... Oh, that doesn't help. Yes. Sort of weird. Or maybe we can't actually get out and we are supposed to end the game here and go back to the starting screen.
You think?
I just noticed that I can walk with the mouse wheel. This is wild.
It's a weird way to walk.
Mm-hmm. So isn't there somewhere... Okay, we can't interact with this card anymore, if it's still there. This is great content.
Yeah, I agree. I hope you're just as confused as we are.
Yeah, so where I would expect the door handle to be, I mean, again, it's all darkness, but even just moving the mouse over there, I don't see any way or any change in the cursor or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Is there anything else to interact in this room?
No. The only thing that even stood out to me are the candles, and that's not interactable.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Vincent. I mean, can you click on the button again? New Game Plus?
Nope, that's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
We're just in this room now.
We are in this dark room with no interactables, nothing at all.
Damn. Somehow this seems worse than playing with the druid guy.
Yeah, I mean, this was fun.
This is like hell. We're just stuck here forever.
Can't even jump or anything, man.
I wonder though what happens if you just wait.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's the way you win the game eventually.
Yeah, that would be kind of lame.
Can I? Okay.
What are those noises that keep happening?
Oh, that's just me opening the
thing,
the menu.
Do you have an inventory?
I'm just turning up the brightness.
Ah.
Is there any change? Nope. Can't see anything. That's fair.
What are you clicking there?
That's the brightness scale. I think we are trapped in this room, and maybe we are not, but I don't see any way out of here.
Maybe we should have found the flashlight item or something.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we haven't solved all the puzzles in the game.
No, we should have taken the zombie head.
No, I don't think we should have done.
But if that was a zombie,
Absolute-
he would have now been able to open the door, maybe.
What kind of moon logic is that? Do zombies have like special door opening power?
No, there's just someone on the other side of the door that can open it, possibly. I don't know. I'm reaching.
I mean,
locked in a room.
okay.
There's no way
Yeah,
out.
sure.
Help me.
We're reaching. I mean, why did you go to the zombie head as the first?
Because
Like, there's the
that's-
smoke drawer that could have had stuff in it, right?
True, but the zombie head is the obvious interactable item.
But its head don't. Okay, can we start a new game?
Yeah,
And just to click on the zombie head?
let's get out of here. Start screen. Goodbye. We're out. Would you look at that? New game. Oh. So it's not even the new game plus. It's just a new game.
Yeah, I hope we didn't lose out on anything now.
Do we want to start a new game?
Well, yeah, I just want to see if the head is there. If it's not there, I think, Vincent, I think I've seen enough.
Unexpected data encountered. In a subroutine, the creating new save file, purging deck data. Loading screen description is
That didn't happen before.
no. In the beginning, the world did not know cards, and we see, oh, that's the globe. There's the skeletal hand.
Yeah.
That is until the day the scribes arrived. And we see
This is now the
four
lore of the
creatures.
world.
Each had their own method of inscription to create cards. And 4 methods were. Grimora used her quill to inscribe the epitaphs of the dead. Lashy used his wildlife camera to capture beasts. You can figure out how he looks.
Uh-huh.
P03 used a particular scanner to copy the CPUs of robots. And Magnificus used his brush to paint his wizard pupils.
Cool.
With the cards created, the scribes had solidified their power. Until one day, a challenger arrived to replace one of the scribes.
That's us.
Possibly. Okay. So now we are playing something akin to Pokemon.
Okay, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah. So we are standing, I assume that's us, on a wide field in front of 4 stone blocks that have the 4 scribes inscribed on them, which I assume are the narrator and the 3 animals, right?
Grimora, Poe, and Magnificus.
Sure. But they look very much like, you remember the Stoat had these moments where he turned into not a Game Boy, but something like that. That's how P03 looks like.
Okay.
And the others are similar to some extent as well.
Are we in PoE's land now?
Maybe? I don't know. But again, it looks like we are in a Pokemon game. We have
It's like an actual Game Boy Pokemon game. We're like top-down view,
almost
monochrome colors. Am I imagining this right?
Sort of, yeah. The colors are a bit more colorful, and the camera is not so 2D, but
we're looking from the top. Perspective has changed.
sort of from behind our character, but he's very tiny and looks very much like the Pokemon character, sort of.
Okay. I say we're in Poland, and now we have to beat him.
Well, choose a starting deck to mark your ambition. And we can choose one of 4 decks, I assume.
Okay.
Can we click on that? No.
But are the decks now the scribes, or?
I assume so, yeah. So in front of the stone blocks, there are 4 decks, I guess. And we have the Necromancer.
Oh, was that the challenger or the guy we killed? Or
No. No, the necromancer is.
These are just decks now. This is not the scribees.
No, they are the scribees. The necromancer is the first one that looks a little like the stink bug. I didn't catch the names. Then the second one is the narrator that caught animals.
Mm-hmm.
Then the third one is Poe 3.
Okay.
And the fourth one is the wizard dude.
Okay. I'm a little bit confused, Vincent. So is there
Mhm.
an equivalence that is being established between the stout, the stinkbug, the wolf, and the other three scribees, these mythic figures that we've just
I-
learned about?
Think so, yeah.
Okay, so possibly what happened is that this druid guy captured his fellow guys on camera and
Yeah, I think so.
and turned them into cards.
The only thing I don't quite get is how the wolf is the wizard, because in the picture here, doesn't look anything like him, sort of. He looks almost like a zombie.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a shot of his head, and the
Is that the necromancer deck?
no, that's the necromancer is the stink bug, I think.
Ah, okay.
That's the first one. But the fourth one, remember there was the dude who painted his wizardly pupils.
Right.
And
I kind of want to take his deck.
no shit, you want to take the wizard's deck. That's no surprise to me, knowing you. Let's take the wizard's deck.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Can we take that? Can we move? Oh my god, we can move around. I love it.
Such freedom.
Yeah, so the camera doesn't move at all. We are just moving around. I love it. Okay, so let's take the wizard's deck.
Yeah.
Your ambition is to replace Magnificus and become the scribe of magics. Take the deck or leave it.
I say so, right? Why not? I don't want to do the druid again. We've dealt with him before.
Yeah. The cards were added to your collection. Okay, and the other decks vanished, and we can move. So there's...
Now we just play Pokemon.
yeah, basically,
Cool.
with cards. There's one path that leads down. See, can we just go into the water or something? No. Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go down the path. What is this? So now we are on a freaking world map, like Super Mario or Pokemon has. Super Mario, some of the Mario games has a world map, right?
Where you get to select stages.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And yeah, again, there's the I think it's just, is that 4? Yeah. So in the top right is an island with a ton of forests on it, and some mountains and a hut. Seems to me like that's the druid.
We
Dude.
were in. Yeah.
Then to the top, on the lower right hand, there is the skeleton hand that is full of gravestones, and
Necromancer land.
there's a hut that has R.I.P. written on it. This is great. Necromancer land, exactly. To the top left is a metal island.
PoE land.
Exactly. And to the lower left, there is a lighthouse or something like that, a tower.
I say we go there because that's the deck we picked.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we went down and then a little bit to the left, and now we are facing. So then the camera zoomed in, like we encountered a
random encounter.
random
like in
encounter,
Pokemon. Yeah.
basically, yeah. And we are standing in front of a bridge that is sort of cut in half, or there's something like it looks almost like it's ripped off half of it.
Okay.
And on the bridge is a green person with a huge hammer and glasses on top of
A
their head.
troll on the bridge.
Possibly. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Yeah.
We can talk to it. Woof. I was just about to call it quits out here. And we have a small portrait of a woman with a hat on, and it's not glasses, I think. I'm not sure what they are supposed to be. But now that there's a challenger in our midst, it's back to work for me. Should be able to get this bridge fixed in. I should be able to get this bridge fixed in. Full disclosure, it'll take me exactly as long as it takes you to defeat one of those scribes.
Ah,
So,
not this one first, I guess.
come back later. Yeah, okay.
That's a very elaborate way to send us around again. Okay.
Do you know of Undertale?
I've not played it or seen it. I've heard of the game.
Okay,
Why do you ask?
That very much reminded me of it. Maybe it's
Ah.
just the sound effects, but
Is Undertale good?
I haven't played much of it. I've seen a bit of it, but I think it's pretty good from what I've seen.
Interesting.
Just not the combat aspects are not for me. So we went to the right.
Yeah, necromancers are cool. Let's go to him.
Let's go necromancer. We are in the crypt, and we have a room to our left, and there's there are candles all around, and this whistling is great.
It's good music, as always.
There are some. There's like half a skeleton, or a lot of skulls, and some of them are sort of floating, or maybe they are balancing on their spines. It's not quite clear. And this. Okay, let's just go to one of them and see what they do.
Sure.
You're here. Marvelous. I am Grimora, scribe of the dead.
That's Grimora.
Exactly. In front of us, there are 3 tombstones blocking the path, and behind them is this Grimora.
Okay.
Until quite recently, I was disgraced. Though I was returned to my former glory with the help of some unlikely friends. If you wish to test your skills against me, you must first prove your wits. You must discern which tomb marks the final resting place of my lovely ghouls. Okay. I guess she means one of the 3 gravestones in front of
We
her.
just like the little, how do you call that in English? Like where you have to pick the cup where the ball is under.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea, but I know what the game you mean.
It's just a game of chance. I mean, she didn't show us where she put the ghoul.
True.
Are there any clues in the environment?
I just went a bit more forward, and there's something on the ground which looks like a deck, and we can interact with it.
Okay.
You found a piece of an epitaph. It reads, "Eaten by a hungry dog." And the game saved. Okay. Also, I should say that there are at least 3 ways out of this room. At least 4 ways with the entrance. So we can go to the left, we can go down a level.
Okay, but you're standing in front of those 3 graves. Presumably, her ghoul is in one of them.
Correct, but we don't have to do that now.
Yeah, right. But you would like somehow interact with these graves, presumably to choose the one.
Yeah.
that you pick.
I mean, if I run up to them, they have like a big question mark that we can click.
Okay. And you just picked up an epitaph in front of one of those graves?
Yeah.
Where was it lying?
Sort of in the middle of the room, in front of them in a general sense.
Yeah, not implying a specific one. I see. Okay. Well, we can explore the rest of this place, I guess, before we click on one of those graves.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. I don't know. To the right, there's a skeleton in front of a stairway down.
Okay.
Click it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Do not look upon me. Do not snarl or sniff. I beg you. If you wish to battle, please let us get it over with. He looks like a very sad skeleton.
What did he say? Don't snarl?
Yeah.
I guess. I wonder if he was eaten by dogs.
Could be. There are
He doesn't like-
multiple holes in his head.
Yeah, okay.
So, could be.
I guess battling him wouldn't be wrong.
Oh, something's wrong. It's your deck, or rather, your lack of a valid one. You've got 20 cards in it, right?
I don't know.
And now there's, in the middle of the screen, there's a red tab flashing. Like the key tab. So I'm just gonna press tab, I guess.
Sure.
Invalid. 0 out of 20. We can make a deck.
Okay.
This is now a different kind of deck builder. We have 7 cards to choose from. Some of them we have, well, no, we have all of them multiple times, from 2 to all the way to 5 times. We have the Emerald Mox, can't be sacrificed. While Emerald Fox is on the board, it provides a green gem to its owner.
Oh my God, these are like totally different mechanics now. But do they still have cost and attack and defense?
Yes.
Okay.
They just work with gems, I guess.
But sacrifice is still in the game.
Cannot be sacrificed. Yes, correct.
And what's the cost of the Emerald Fox then?
I don't think it has a cost. There are others that have a cost, maybe.
Okay.
But it is a 0/1.
Not that great.
And we have a potential of 3 of that. Then we have the Mage Pupil. If Mage Pupil's owner controls no Mox cards, Mage Pupil perishes.
This sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh! I just learned the base. We just played the game. Now I have to learn another fucking card game. What is?
I can so imagine the developer hearing like, "Hey, people like card games.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a card game? I'm gonna make them a card game. They will regret ever playing any card games."
The meta card game.
Yeah.
The card game. Put everything in there. Every combo, taunt, like deck building. Have as many cards as you want. Limited arena. I bet at some point we're gonna have to play some kind of draft.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, cards are fun, but guys, like, I don't know. Is Inscription like? Do you remember when, like, in gaming, right? There was a phase where everyone had to make zombie survival games. And then it kind of stopped, right? I mean, those are still around, but not
Absolutely, yeah.
not in like DayZ and stuff was a thing. I feel like this is like maybe Inscription might be the end of card games, after which people just sort of stopped making card games.
Yeah,
because
possibly.
a zenith had been reached.
Every idea has already been made in Inscription.
10 times over.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but like I do want to kind of see how this plays out.
So, Mage Pupil controls...
Help me again. We have to create a deck with 20 cards in it?
Yes.
Okay.
20 of total. And we have 7 to pick from.
Okay, so we do have to make duplicates.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right. Vincent, tell me about the Mage Pupil.
Yeah, Mage Pupil. If Mage Pupil's owner controls no Mox cards, Mage Pupil perishes. And
Fuck off, I don't know what a Mox card is.
The first one is a Emerald Mox.
Oh, I thought it's a fox. Sorry, okay.
No,
No longer dealing with animals now, right?
Okay, so the way I see it, we have 3 Mox cards. And they all work the same, basically.
0 attack.
0 attack, 1 HP, and they provide either the Emerald Mox provides an Emerald.
Oh, these are land, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Like in Magic.
Ruby Mox is the same, and Sapphire Mox is also the same, just with different
Yeah, I see. Colors. Like
exactly.
in Magic.
And then we have the Mage Pupil that dies when no Moxes are on the board. And then we have 3 cards that each cost 1 Emerald of, or the Sapphire, or an Emerald, or a Ruby is the last one.
Right.
We have, for the Emerald, we have the Junior Sage that costs 1 and is a 1/2.
Okay.
For the Ruby, is that a Ruby? Yeah. We have the Mage Knight, which is a 1/3. If Mage Knight's owner controls no Mox cards, Mage Knight perishes. And finally, we have the Blue Mage. When Blue Mage is played, you draw cards equal to the amount of Mox card on your side of the board.
Oh, wow. I like the Blue Mage. What were his stats?
0/1.
Yeah, okay, that sucks.
Doesn't
But
kill
it's a
anything.
card draw card. This is like, I like it, right? So one Shut up. So, number one.
I'm sitting here
I know.
wondering how much longer are we gonna play this game?
I know.
How much longer? is
Did you
Marius
notice that
interested?
today I was gonna say, like, if we lose this game, all right, Vincent, it was fun. We had a nice run, but we got 12 episodes. Like, maybe call it quits. Nice little card game we played here, and then this fucking thing happens, and now it's like, oh my god, what else? How much more? Okay, but okay, okay, you're gonna have to listen, and you too. You will have to listen to this. Number one, I really like how extremely thematic this game is, and it's like it does this really well because it makes sense to me now. The druid scribee, right? He had these animal cards, right? That was the whole thing, and that's like druids are all about animals, right? And now we're playing the wizard, and he paints his pupils, and yeah, this is super wizardy. Like he's like a wizard's wizard, right? And it's also it seems to me now, and I'm saying I hope we never get more cards than these.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Shut up. I don't. Here's why, though.
This is the basic deck.
Yeah, but
we can't
it's
win
so
a game.
basic. And you know what's cool? It's like a super distilled version of Magic the Gathering, right? Like to its essence. Because you have everything in here. You have like land, and you have like high HP, higher attack minions, and you have like card draw. The very basics of a card game. Yeah. And we now have to sort of do a very distilled version of Magic. This whole thing is like, you know, I hate to use these words, but it's like a deconstruction of card games, right? Where you bring them all to a, maybe it's this. I don't know what the other scribees are going to be, but I would expect them to do similar stuff, right? Take like popular card games and then break them down to their essentials, and you have to sort of play through a mini version of them. Or maybe the game does something completely surprising, which is likely.
Possibly.
Let's build a deck and just have one fight, and then and then I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's been a long day, and it's been a lot for.
We did a lot, like yeah.
We ended one
I'm
world.
getting
We got into
cranky,
another
Vincent.
world. We watched some videos of a guy.
We did, yeah. This is like okay. When people see the runtime of this video and they know the game, I think they'll figure this out.
Yeah. So where do we want to start?
What do we pick? Like,
A
probably
color?
need 2 colors, right?
At least.
Just to fill up the deck.
We need 20 cards. We need almost all the cards we have.
Okay, so it's more like the question: what do we exclude?
9.
How often can we repeat a card?
Okay, this is stupid.
Why?
So I think we need all the cards.
Okay, then we're definitely getting a larger like pool, which makes me kind of sad. Do you just
that
put all the
correct?
cards in the deck?
Yeah, it's just all the cards.
Yeah, okay, this was a fake
Yeah,
choice.
too
I take
lame.
everything about deconstruction back.
Yeah, this is where we quit the game. We're out. You had our chance to win us with the second
Yeah,
part.
I just
Again,
okay. Let's
Sure,
play
man.
the skeleton now with these cards. And
Yeah.
you're gonna have to explain to me again what they do when we draw them.
That looks much better. Where were we? Oh. Greetings. My consciousness has been summoned, it seems. But for what purpose? This seems to be the druid talking.
Oh, really?
It is a humanoid face that looks like a tree.
But
So-
is he a card? How does he feature in this?
I don't know. He just
You
appeared.
just hear the voice? Okay.
Yes.
God damn, we can't get rid of this guy.
So we are now on the game screen, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it is somewhat similar to Inscription, the original game that we played, in the methods. So we have
at the table.
we have 4 cards on our side, 4 cards on his side, and then 4 slots that show what cards they are about to play.
Okay.
And we also have
So that stays. I don't have to relearn this because I learned about phases and stuff.
exactly. We also have the bell to end the turn. We have the scales, which are thankfully now a lot more clear.
That's the best improvement ever. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And yeah, I think the other buttons are for the colors and
Yeah.
bones and all that stuff.
Let's now have a question.
Yes.
We're playing the wizard. We took his deck.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly like some version of magic.
Mm-hmm.
The druid, I would say now, is a a deconstruction of like Slay the Spire and those type of games.
Really?
I would say so, yeah, because
Really?
yes. Hear
Not-
me? No, I say so, but because there's no other game that I can think of that would fit, and it had that thing where you take the paths and stuff, and he tells a story, and you have to
That's
choose.
true, yes.
And I so far that hasn't come up again, right? Because now we're in Pokemon, and those path stuff that seems to be gone.
Right.
And now my question is, so the Necromancer lady we're like up against, what kind of game is she, like, a version of? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We can't tell yet. Right?
I was just thinking, he's collecting animals. Sounds like Pokemon to me. I know that.
No, but you don't level them up, and he was like creepy and stuff.
True. Well, you do sort of level them up with the campfires and all that, but yeah.
Wow, that's not quite.
I
like
see what you're saying.
Pokemon, they evolve and shit. I expect, like, okay, maybe. What was the other one?
They evolve with sacrifices.
What?
They evolve with the sacrifices.
Does it say evolve?
No, but they
Okay,
turn
you're
into
just
better
stretching the definition.
version. Yes. Look,
Let's
he's
battle the
collecting Pokemon, so that is Pokemon.
They have like levels and stuff. I think you're really
Shut up,
stretching
Mark.
this. I expect the Po guy to be Pokemon, right? Maybe this lady is Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, no one wants to hear this. Let's actually play this now. Listen to the druid, I guess.
Yeah, greetings. My consciousness has been summoned, it seems. But for what purpose? Yeah, I don't know. You have selected my starter deck. This is supposed to be the freaking wizard? What? What?
No, I can't. Or is he? Does he look like the druid, or could it be ambiguous?
If you had asked me, I would say he's the druid. No
No,
question.
but I think it must be the wizard. He's going to explain to us his thing now.
You have selected my starter deck and
Yes.
require a short lesson.
How do we?
You see, magical cards are empowered by Mox, which is written in all the three colors. M is green, O is red, X is blue.
Why is X blue? Anyway.
Though some refer to them as gems.
Uh-huh.
If you have one of these Mox on the board, you may play cards with that cost. Start by playing one. Okay, we have
How many cards in our hand?
4 currently. And we can see we have 16 left in our deck. That's helpful. We can see he's about to play a Bloodhound, which is when an opposing creature is placed opposite for... Okay, this is just the Bloodhound from Inscription.
They just get those beefy inscription cards, and we have like...
Yeah, it's a 2/3 that moves around when we play a card.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Huh.
Right.
And one of our... So we have, as I said, on the left of the screen there is the scale, and that shows very clearly how much life we have lost. And then above that is the end turn button, and above that there are 4 things. So there's one with 4 droplets, one with
it's just an indicator for Mox, right?
one of them is for Mox. I assume right there are 4 decks, so I assume one of them is for each deck. There's one for Bones,
You
one
mean-
for the 3 Mox, then 4
okay.
droplets, and then the 4th one is weird because it has 6 slots and one of them is filled, but I don't know what that means.
I wonder if they just put random crap on the screen.
I don't
Has
think
no
so.
meaning.
But
No, I don't
maybe-
think so either. But
Okay. Well,
I'm confused.
we have 4 cards.
Yeah.
That's important. We have a Sapphire Mox. We have a Blue Mage that needs a Sapphire thingy. A Mage Pupil and a Mage Knight that needs a red thingy.
Okay, and the mage pupil needs
A Mox.
any.
Yeah, if Mage Pupil's owner controls no Mox cards, Mage Pupil perishes.
All right, but can we just play the Mox on the pupil?
Yeah.
And can you play the Mox in a way where it doesn't die?
I try to. You see, now you may play magical cards with that gem's color.
Yes.
If it is quite simple, really, I cannot comprehend how my students sometimes struggle. But I have digressed. Carry on. I await you atop my tower.
Winston, I'm digging your interpretation of this guy. I think that's exactly what he sounds like.
Thanks. Yeah, that's.
I would say instantly like him more than the druid.
Uh-huh.
Even though he's corny.
It's a wizard, of course. We
Yeah,
like
well,
it. Come
I
on.
guess. I'm a card-carrying wizard fan.
Yeah.
And a Vincent fan, definitely.
Thank you. Same.
Yeah.
I am also a Vincent fan.
Okay.
Okay, the mage pupil now? Was that
He
the
has
plan?
no attack. What does he do?
He's a 1/1.
Okay, yeah.
Just play him there.
And is there a reason to not play the other one?
The blue mage.
Yeah.
I don't know if the mocks.
Oh, he draws, right?
Yeah.
For his yeah, we can wait till we have more mocks on the board.
Blue mage is played. You draw cards equal to the amount of mocks cards on your side of the board.
Yeah.
So we would draw one.
And he has no attack, so I don't think we should play him now. Okay.
Also, I don't know. While Mox is on the board, it provides a blue gem to its owner. So, okay. So I was wondering if the Mox dies when we play something that
Yeah.
uses its color, but I guess not.
No. How do the symbols change now?
One of the Mox things. So
Mhm.
again, there are these three gems,
Yeah.
and one of them is filled in with a green Mox gem.
Okay.
Okay, we end the turn. We dealt 1 damage. And we took 2 damage. This interface is so much nicer for this game. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think the counter at the top that I couldn't place is just a turn counter.
Okay.
So he played the Bloodhound, which will opposite. Okay, so that will move where we place the next card. And he is about to play a Revenant. After attacking, Revenant perishes. And it's a 3/1 that will kill our mage pupil.
Maybe that's okay.
Oh, I think
Because
so.
it will disappear
Mhm.
afterwards. Okay. Do we draw a card?
Yeah, a Ruby Mox.
Okay, we just automatically draw.
Yeah.
I see. Well, can we play a Ruby Mox and a Knight? And probably also in that order, because then the Knight will fight the Bloodhound. Does that work out?
Yeah, should be. Bloodhound leaps over to block.
Or do you want to now play the Pupil to draw 2 cards?
I'd rather watch the Mage Knight fight.
Yeah, we can
Bloodhound.
maybe play the Pupil next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Draw some mad cards.
And the Bloodhound moved again. Wonderful.
Okay.
We dealt 1 damage again.
I like how the music's really changed and stuff. It's really cool.
Revenant collapses into a pile of bones. And we drew another Sapphire Mox.
Okay.
From the interface, I assume that we can't have more than 1 Sapphire.
Yeah, we also have nothing that takes more. What
Right.
happens when you play it though? How much space do we have on the board left?
1.
Yeah, I want to play the Pupil, I think. Do you agree?
The Blue Mage, you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah. To draw 2 cards.
Though... Yeah, I mean, the Bloodhound will move over to it and kill it, but I guess that's
He is
fine.
useless, basically.
Yeah, so let's just do that. Blue Mage draws on the power of your gems. Bloodhound leaps over to block. And it did not use the Sapphire. It just...
Yeah, it just has to be provided.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's a different way of using lands, basically, right? I like it.
Isn't that? Yeah, I'm no expert on Magic.
I mean, in Magic you have to...
You tap the land, right?
Yeah, you don't sacrifice them, but for that turn you can't use them
Yeah,
again
yeah,
unless
yeah.
you do something special.
Yeah, that is different.
Yeah. And here you just can... You have 1 land,
But it's
basically.
also
and-
like in Magic you can't attack land,
Mhm.
not usually, right?
True.
And it's a bit different, but it's still very much inspired by Magic. I insist.
Oh, okay. Calm down.
Come on.
Relax. Okay, I guess we end turn because we can't play anything anyway.
Okay.
We drew a Mage Pupil and an Emerald Mox.
Okay.
We deal 1 damage. Our Blue Mage dies, and we draw a Ruby Mox. And he's about to play a Skeleton. After attacking, Skeleton perishes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 1/1.
Who's he attacking right now?
The Mage Knight.
Ah, and what's his stats, Mage Knight?
At the moment, a 1/1.
Okay.
He used to be a 1/3, but he was fighting the Bonehound.
Yeah, maybe that's okay if they battle it out.
Yeah. So, what do we want to play? We could play the Mage Pupil and attack the Bonehound for 1,
Yeah.
but we can't kill it unless we draw something good next turn.
Do we play anything else this turn?
We can't. We have 3 cards on the board. I think,
Shit.
honestly, I think the best way to make this deck better, if we had more cards, would to just have less different mocks.
I agree, but there was no way to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so...
So we don't have much choice. I guess you play that pupil.
Okay. Well, let's do that. And end the turn.
It's a bit weird to have only 4 slots when you have to play mana cards that do nothing.
Yeah. Skeleton collapses into a pile of bones. And we get another Mage Pupil,
Yeah.
which I guess we just played again.
Send in the pupils.
Bonehound leaps over to block. And it kills the Bonehound. Woohoo!
Finally.
And we played a skeleton, and that collapses after attacking our Sapphire Mox.
Do we still have mocks on the board?
We have a Ruby Mox, and we have all 3 Moxes variations in our hand.
Yeah.
And we also drew a Junior Sage, which is a
what did he
1/2
do?
for an Emerald Mox.
You want to play an Emerald Mox on the Sage?
Yeah. Okay. He's not playing anything, so
That
I
happens sometimes. in
guess
this game.
we just
Yeah.
continue. Also, I wonder, because the turn counter is full, maybe that's how many
Cards he has.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've survived his onslaught.
Excess damage 1. Foils gained.
So that hasn't changed. Just reflavored.
It is over. You cheat me out. Now, please, look away. The one thing I wanted to say about the foils, I think I said that before, but in the base game, so to speak, when we opened the menu, there were these like silvery, they looked like pieces of film,
Yeah.
and next to that was always a number, like times 10 or something. And I never figured out what they did. I just assumed they were like how many steps on the map we had taken.
Yeah. And do you have an idea now?
No, but this one, the foil looked exactly the same.
Ah, that's the foil. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
No idea what that means, but we'll keep a lookout, I would say.
Yeah. Interesting.
So,
Does the skeleton say anything else?
now, please, look away. Continue. Turn your eyes to this card pack instead. You
Here
get
we
a card
go.
pack. You receive a deathly card pack. 5 cards. The Drog can't be sacrificed. When Drog perishes, the creature inside is released in its place.
Okay.
Oh, and these take... Okay, some of them take bones. Oh, God.
This is from the Necromancer now we get cards. I get they don't need mocks. I just learned all about mocks. And this take bones now?
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
No, some of them do.
Yeah, okay. Are you looking at the 5 cards from the deck now? Or? Okay.
So that one, Grog uses 1 bone. And there's an ice cube on it. Which I assume is the creature inside it.
Ah,
I don't know. Maybe it's a gelatinous cube. Who knows?
yeah.
Then the next one, the rare one in the pack, is Dead Hand. 5 bones is 1/1. Also, Drog is a 0/1. So 1/1. When Dead Hand is played, discard your hand, then draw a new hand of 4 cards.
Oof. Not a fan.
I mean, it's good that you discard your hand and then draw 4 new instead
And
of...
if you don't have a hand, this is great.
Yeah, or just 1 card. It can be good, but...
But we can't even play it because we don't have bones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then the next one, a 1/1 again with flying. Well, the symbol looks like flying. For 2 bones, Banshee. Banshee will strike an opponent directly, even if there's a creature opposing it. Yeah, so flying.
Okay.
And then we have a slot machine. Gambler Bot. Activate. Pay 1 energy to set the power of Gamblerbot randomly between 1 and 6.
Okay. So this is for the PoE guy.
And
right?
this one uses the turn energy, basically. This whistling is weirding me out. So it uses 3 of these turn energies, and it is a 0-1.
Okay.
I
Also,
guess-
can't really use it. This was a death
Unless-
pack.
Unless the energy is actually the turn.
Oh yeah, you might be right. I guess maybe we can put that in our deck. The other ones are sort of useless to us. We can't get bones, right?
Yeah. And then the last card, Field Mice.
Ah,
Has just the sacrifice symbol times 2.
that's a
like
druid card.
2 sacrifices. When Field Mice is played, a copy of it is created in your hand.
Okay.
So yeah, that seems to be just a druid card.
Yeah. So my theory now is that you have 4 types of packs, card packs you can get, right?
Don't think so.
No?
Or maybe...
Okay, hear me out. at
Yeah.
least.
No, you're wrong. I know what you're saying, and you're wrong, Marius. I'm tired of your games.
I know it's getting late. Vincent. This
Uh-huh.
will be the last thing we sort of talk about.
Yeah, it's way past my bedtime. I'm getting cranky.
It is for me. It totally is. Here's my theory. We'll see next time if this is true. 4 packs for each of those scribees, and each one has a rare in it, right? It says Death, Druid, PoE, and the other one, and like us, Wizard. And they always have right now it was 3 of the packs type. One of them's rare, and then you have 2 randos
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the other packs. That's
I
my
think
theory.
you're actually right.
It might be that, or it's a little bit more random. But it's like you'll predominantly get cards from the type, and maybe a couple ones from other packs.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that's true next time. Are we out of like a menu? Can we save the game here?
The cards were added to your collection.
There you go.
I am called Sawyer.
Okay, here we go.
The middle stone marks my grave. This seems important.
It's gonna be like one of those logic puzzles,
Oh,
right?
God. No,
We can figure this out.
if we end now, we come back in like 2 months, and
No, we're not gonna play in 2 months.
I am called Sawyer. Who the fuck is Sawyer? Where are we? What is
Look,
happening?
you had
what
that-
happened to our original game? What?
You had that epitaph, right? Can you still look at that in your inventory?
I don't know. Maybe the middle stone marks my grave. Please do not go digging up my bones.
Wait. I'm gonna write
You
this
found
down.
a piece of an epitaph.
Yeah.
It reads Sawyer, Petal 1702, Fall 1787. Oh, so it's Sawyer Petal 1702, Fall 1787.
Okay.
So it's a gravestone, basically. Right?
You know what's great?
What?
We have this on video.
That's true, yeah.
Like we can figure this out.
Uh-huh. And his skeleton disappeared, and now he's just... Oh, we can move through him, but we can still talk to him. So
Oh,
that's also
maybe
nice.
to hear the message again.
Yeah. Also,
That's
I'm
good.
looking... Can we... I don't see a way where we can look at items beyond our cards. We can look at our cards, though.
Yeah. Okay.
We got a gamble bot. Gamblo bot.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Want to put him in our deck?
I do actually. Take out one of the blue mages, put the gamble bot in.
Ah, I like it.
Don't need that much quattro, I don't think.
We have a Gamblo bot.
Yeah, I just want to see what
We
it
are
does.
unstoppable.
Yes, and next time we'll figure this out. We'll figure out the grave puzzle. And
How long have we... I feel like we've been playing for 15 hours.
yeah, it does feel like that, right? But I hope you guys enjoyed. This was sort of a different episode, and if we get too into our own heads and stuff, this is just like, I don't know if we ever said this, but like we would play games like this normally if we weren't recording it, right? And like pretty much maybe talk in a different language, but apart from that,
Yeah.
right?
know.
At least close to it.
I would probably play this. I mean, I've played Pony Island too.
Well, on your own.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if like you and me sit down to play games,
That is true.
we are just as obsessive.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
It's not any different. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing, Vincent. We got to get out of here.
Yes,
Subscribe
we
to the
got-
channel, like the video, leave us some comments. I'd be very curious if you've like played this game and like what your thoughts are on this recent development in our playthrough. You can follow us on Twitter @makes_play. Bye.
Bye bye.